All right, y'all, here we go. Jesus teaches about revenge. You have heard that it was said, eye for eye and tooth for tooth. But I tell you, do not resist an evil person. If anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to them the other cheek also. And if anyone wants to sue you and take your shirt, hand over your coat as well. If anyone forces you to go 1 mile, go with them 2 miles. Give to the one who asks you, and do not turn away from the one who wants to borrow from you. And that concludes that little section of the red letters. There's a lot in there that I already know is kind of like, I don't know about that one, Lord. Like, you sure about this one? So let's get into the notes on that. Kind of break that down, see if we understand something. Here we go. It says, God's purpose behind this law was an expression of mercy. The law was given to judges and said, in effect, make the punishment fit the crime. It was not a guide for personal revenge. These laws were given to limit vengeance and help the court administer punishment that was neither too strict nor too lenient. Some people, however, were using this phrase to justify their vendettas against others. People still try to excuse their acts of revenge by saying, I was just doing to him what he did to me. Dang, how many times do we hear that saying? Like, that's how they were treating me, so I'm going to treat them back the same way, right? But that makes us just like them. So what makes you any better, right? Like, it's tough. It definitely hits our own heart, but we got to keep checking ourselves. Do we want to be the same as that person and treat them how they're treating us? Or do we want to be higher? And whether they come up higher or not, we going to be higher. That's a decision we have to make. So that's that note. Let's get into the next one. It says, when we are wronged, often our first reaction is to get even. Instead, Jesus said we should do good to those who wrong us. That's tough to do. I'm not going to downplay that. That's definitely tough to do. But if Jesus said it, we got to listen to him. You know what I mean? Let's go. It says, our desire should not be to keep score, but to love and forgive. This is not natural. It is supernatural. Only God can give us the strength to love as he does. Instead of planning vengeance, pray for those who hurt you. Instead of planning vengeance, pray for those who hurt you. You grow by you praying. You ask Jesus into their life or into their situation, and now they have a chance to grow. But if you bring vengeance, Jesus isn't even in it. Love isn't in it. Forgiveness isn't in it. And those are all foundational things that we need in our life to keep pushing forward and to keep growing. As hard as it is, as much as it challenges us, because we're just like, no, Lord, like they deserve this because they did this to me. And it's like, you know, when you think about it deeply, what do we deserve from how we treat God and how we disrespect God and how we don't honor God, how we use God's name in vain, how we hear people use his name as swear words, how we joke about God. And he's king, he's the God. And yet he still loves and forgives us. And he still wants us to be better and grow and build a character that is worthy. And it's just crazy how we can receive something so free, but when we're called to give it to someone else, we ask them they got to pay for it. And that's a twisted mindset. And it's natural. I mean, it's part of what you feel, but it's twisted at the end of the day. And if you receive something for free, give it away for free. That makes no sense. God is giving you love, forgiveness, and he's giving you himself for free. So when someone hurts you, same way we hurt God, and he still loves us and gives us forgiveness and tries to push us to be better, let's try to help those people in our lives that come at us sideways, and let's pray for them. And let's have self-control and have thought control like we talked about in previous chapters, right? really just getting better. So let's go. All right. That was the section about Jesus teaches about revenge. And the next one is going to be Jesus teaches about loving enemies. So they kind of go hand in hand. So I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Take care, y'all.